Hey everyone, we're here in Brooklyn, New York as I stand out in front of Drama Club, one of Tivoli's preferred dealers. We're going to be chatting with Jack Sachs, owner of Drama Club, to hear what they're all about. This is Partner Spotlight. Jack, thank you very much for having us here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So tell me a bit about Drama Club.
Of course. So Drama Club's been around for about 5 years now. We're in Greenpoint in Brooklyn in New York City, about as far east as you can go in Greenpoint.
Okay.
It's a small store, but it's a mix of women's wear, men's wear, accessories, home, lifestyle goods, just a few of our favorite things.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about what you're looking at when you're curating the collection amongst these different goods. What is it?
Absolutely. Well, for us, it starts, of course, with just what we're individually passionate about, but I do use as a bit of a barometer or a litmus test when we're bringing something in, a little slogan of ours, which is that we like to think the goods have an integrity of design and a quality of production that's synonymous with the lines themselves, which is not to say you're going to know everything we have, and you might, because there's some bigger lines, but there's some less known ones too. But if you do know who it is, then you would say, oh, at the very least, yeah, they make that really well. They care about what they do. And so we try to have that be the sum of our story, a mix of goods that are carefully made and hopefully thoughtfully presented.
That's awesome. So why Drama Club? What's the name?
Well, we tell it a few different ways. I can talk about how when I moved to New York I was an actor, and that seemed like the beginning of my story, but the through line wound up being retail before I opened the store. But I also like to talk about New York City, and retail or luxury retail can seem very exclusive, and it can be sort of like a club, but we kind of resent that. So in order to poke fun of that, we say, what is the one club that no one would get turned away from? And that would be the Drama Club. Awesome.
I didn't expect that, but that's great. So this is a beautiful shop. This is a newer location you just moved to. You were talking off camera that you'll be hopefully hosting a bit of event space in here. And what kind of events are you thinking about?
Well, in the past we've had fun things doing work on theme to have events and play readings, but also we do like to have social events that are in line with the work we're doing. We have different art installations seasonally. We have different shopping events too. We had our first test of an event in our newest space here to have a friend's closet sale where we took designer consignment clothing from 11 different people to the total of 500 or 600 things, and used our basement space downstairs to have those be available for sale. Part of that effort is not just to highlight community and to give people a new reason to come into the store, but also to try to figure out how can we include in the conversation with new clothing, non-new clothing as well, and how can we make a part of this retail experience both the exploration of things that haven't been worn before and things that have but still have a lot of life in them.
Well, thank you so much for always supporting Tivoli. You've been a great partner for us. So.
No, of course, it's a pleasure. Tivoli was in fact one of the first lines that we carried in the store when we opened 5 years ago. The original concept had been only to carry things which I personally had in my life for 10 years. And Tivoli was one of those things where I bought it when I was working at Barney's and knew it, being sold at Barney's at Chelsea Passage on the top floor. And had it, loved it, carried it from apartment to apartment. And then when I opened the store, I thought, this is something that I can get behind and want to be a part of the story. And it's not the most common thing always to mix all home with clothing, but even and especially electronics. And as a category, it was something that's both surprising, but relative to design, something that just seems to be a part of the story and becomes a lifestyle that I think the customer really connects with. So it serves us, and I think people are happy to see it.
Yeah, well, that's exactly why this is like a perfect fit, because it extends that story that we always try to tell, which it's not just an audio piece. It should be complementing your home and your decor and your lifestyle. So through your wonderful store, you embody that for us. So we appreciate it.
Thanks, it's a pleasure.
And I wish you all the luck.
Of course, yeah, you too. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thanks.